I moved states, wasted about a month and a half, and then the flight school took over $5,000 from me. This is part 5 mistakes I made in flight training so you don't have to. I wanted to fly as a career and do my training full time, so I moved from Washington to Arizona because the weather's a little bit better here. It's not necessary, but for me, that made the most sense. Immediately, I started looking at 141 flight schools because of their marketing of fast pace, reduced hour, structure in their curriculum. This was all very enticing to me. This clouded my judgment, and I should have done a little bit more research into this flight school I ended up going to. Okay, let me really quickly share my horrendous experience at this flight school. So I was only getting scheduled a couple times a week. Mind you, they told me that it was full-time training and I couldn't have a job. They would schedule me at 6 p.m. the night before, so I didn't know what I was gonna be doing the next day. Student housing, they told me one price. When I got here, the price was like $100 more. Plus, I asked my roommates what they were paying, and they were paying less than me. That didn't make me feel very good. Students on average were going about 50% over the predicted amount of time, also going over budget. That's kind of a problem when students are taking out loans. So I didn't leave the flight school with exactly nothing, but in the little time that I was there, I only had 5 lessons. I had to pay for 3 months rent, even though I only stayed for a little bit over a month, but I did get a cool mug. What could I have done to have avoided that situation to begin with? I'm kicking myself because I didn't check the Google reviews. It was all written out right there with poor experiences, low stars, and scathing reviews. Another thing you could do is ask for a student contact and hear about their experience. I did this, however, when I got to the flight school, I realized the student contact that they had given me was actually one of the head flight instructors. Granted, she was a student, that was years ago, but it's hard for me to imagine that she's not biased whatsoever. So do a little bit more research into flight schools so you don't end up like me. And if you're wanting to do this as a career, don't discount Part 61 flight schools because I ended up at one and I could not be happier.